Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is KUZUYAKI and today I'll be attempting a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sapphire using only normal type Pokemon. Now please bear in mind that this is my first ever Nuzlocke run and I've been wanting to do this for a while but had too little time on my hands to get it done. Also, this video will be released on the 22nd of July, which means if you're watching this on the day it's released, then just go ahead and wish me a happy birthday in the comments, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you feel like giving me a birthday gift. Why Sapphire over Ruby, you might ask? I chose Sapphire because Mr. silphspectre already did a Nuzlocke of Ruby with normal types, so I just didn't want to take on the same challenge. If you guys haven't seen that one, then I'll leave a link to the video in the description down below. Now, the Hoenn region offers a wide range of normal type Pokemon, but most exist in the Safari Zone, which in its entirety is a single route itself. We'd only be able to catch the first normal type as per our rules, so this should be interesting. And since this is Sapphire and not Ruby, we will not be using a Zangoose today. See you in the next one, my friend. Now, without further delay, let's get into the video. Our journey begins in the back of a moving truck, which means our mom kidnapped us and stuck us in here so she could run away from our dad. No wonder he stays locked up in his gym. And as soon as we get out of that blazing heat, our mom explains that she decided to move to Little Root Town because it has a quaint feel, whatever that means. We then get inside to see a couple of machokes moving our stuff around, and it occurred to me, why didn't our mom keep one for our starter Pokemon? Although this is a normal type run, it will still be pretty neat. She then asked us to watch a TV that shows nothing but static, asking us if we saw Dad. Nope, all I see is... Just up ahead we find the world-famous Professor Birch being chased around by a wild Poochyena, and he asks us for help as he lets us choose our first Pokemon. My initial plan was to choose Trico so that May could get Torchic, which would eventually gain the fighting type and make our run more challenging, but I accidentally picked Mudkip because he's awesome. Poochyena comes out and after 3 tackles it goes down easy, so what was Professor worried about? Are you really an expert on Pokemon? Just up ahead, we challenged May, and my plan was to go for a couple growls and then tackles because Trico's pounds hits like a fucking truck. But after being brought to 8 HP, we take it out. Nice try, May. After seeing how great we are, she offers us some Pokeballs, which means our run has officially started. En route 101, we find our first encounter, a Zigzagoon, but this battle could have been worse if it got the crit and took out our Mudkip, which means we would have instantly lost this run. But we catch it, which means we can finally say goodbye to Mudkip. It was fun while it lasted. 2 battles. Our nickname theme for this one will be Dragon Ball, so we name it Goku. And Goku ends up having a sassy nature, plus special defense and minus speed. Absolutely horrible for a Linoon. We are already way behind. We stop by Petalburg Gym to see our dad, but all he does is shows us that he likes Wally a lot more than he likes us, and then proceeds to give him a Zigzagoon to catch his first Pokemon. I then remember to deposit our Mudkip so we can have more space to catch our next Pokemon. On Route 104, we find our next encounter, a level 4 female Tailo, which we definitely need for our second gym battle, but you guys will see that later. We eventually catch it and name her Chi-Chi, so Goku has some company. And Chi-Chi ends up having a quirky neutral nature. Not bad, as it could have been worse. In Petalburg Woods, we run into a Devon Corp guy that's being chased by a Team Aqua member so he could steal his goods. He sends out Puchina and we send out Chi-Chi and get hit with a sand attack after landing a peck, so we go for a couple more pecks, but the third one misses, so he takes us down to 10 HP before our berry, so another one takes it out. This guy then shows us his gratitude by giving us a great ball which we might need to catch our next encounter. A level 5 female slackoff, which I almost took out with another pet before throwing a Pokeball. We catch it and name her Bulma because why not? Bulma ends up having a gentle plus special defense and minus defense nature, which will make her completely useless, but let's not bury her before she's dead, am I right? We stop by the flower shop to collect an item we won't have use for until the post-game. Up ahead in Rustboro City, we get the cut HM that we can't use until we beat Roxanne. We head over to the trainer school, but this guy says students who don't study get a little taste of my quick claw. What is he talking about? We had to sneak past this hiker because he has nothing but Geodudes, which we aren't ready for, so we could head to Rust Surf Tunnel for our next encounter, a level 6 Whismer, which we catch and nickname Gohan. And Gohan ends up having a bashful neutral nature, which is not bad to say the least. After running back and forth like fucking crazy, we get the 1% encounter, a female Skitty, but I was hoping for a male here so our attract could work on Roxanne's Pokemon, but the odds aren't in our favor. We catch it and name her Vidal so Gohan doesn't feel lonely. With a mild plus special attack and minus defense nature, I'm already regretting this, but we are ready to take on Roxanne. So let's see how it goes. She leads with Geodude and I lead with Vidal. And the plan here is to get a -6 with Growl, then -6 with Tail Whip, but Geodude has Defense Curl, so the latter will be less effective. He gets us below half HP before a berry, but we land the Sing so we can reduce its attack a bit more. At this point Geodude can't really do any damage, so it starts using Defense Curl while both our Sings miss. Oh man. Rock Throw does a bit of damage, so I need to swap out here and I send in Bulma. Now the plan with Bulma was simple. Yawn, Slack Off, and Scratch, all while having the Horrible Truant ability, so we know it's not going to be easy. All we can do here is keep putting it to sleep, then go for scratches, even though it only does literally no damage. After a couple more slack-offs, I didn't want to risk a crit here, so I sent in Gohan. I didn't want to swap out here, but slack-off kept slacking off. See what I did there? After a +6 on House, I had to swap out or I would have lost Gohan to a -6 attack Geodude, so we send in Bulma again. Rock Tomb brings us to 36 HP as we land a Yawn and proceed to go for more scratches and slack-offs. We get a crit. Isn't enough, and at this point I was starting to get worried, so I sent out Chi-Chi. After using focus energy, we get a crit on wing attack, but that still does nothing as a rock tomb plus potion combo makes this much harder than it needs to be. After a few more wing attacks, we take it out on 17 HP. In comes her ace, a defensive monster, nose pass, and this is where things got interesting. I send in Goku as it goes for a harden, but we are going for a -6 in both accuracy and attack here. Rock Tomb and Rock Throw barely does damage as we go for a sand attacks, and our berry brings us back to 29 HP as she spams Harden. After completely blinding Nose Pass, I send out Bulma to see if I can heal while putting it to sleep. We do, so we go for scratches here, but it does literally 1 HP damage, which is insane. This battle is taking forever, and Nosepire starts using tackle, which means it's low on PP, which is good for us. After exchanging tackles and scratches here, we keep putting it to sleep because it can't really hit us, so we just keep removing 1 HP with scratch every 2 turns thanks to a dumb ability. Scratch, churn turn, yawn, and repeat like a madman until we eventually send out Goku. After getting some tail whips in, it misses Rock Tomb and is completely weak at this point, so we proceed to spamming headbutts. Tail whip versus defense girl is pointless, but we just want her to lose all her PPs. We keep spamming headbutts until we take it out on 26 HP. Oh brother, that battle was crazy. Good job team, very good job. Over at Rusturf Tunnel, we have to beat this Team Aqua guy again for stealing Mr. Brownie's Wingull. He sends out Puchina and I lead with Videl. Our Sing missed twice, but we got one, and then we send out Goku to take it down with a couple headbutts. After getting the Devon goods and returning Wingull, this guy brings us to his boss that gives us another errand to run. Outside Westboro City, we see May, and what is she looking for?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
In Petalburg Woods, we can now use the Cut HM so we can grab the Miracle Seed item just in case we need it. Outside Route 104, this lady says, "You're a thief if you try to catch someone else's Pokémon." Thanks for the info, Grandma. We had to chase Mr. Brownie for a bit before asking him to bring us to Dufertown where we can get our next gym badge. Now as soon as we got here, I made sure to collect the Silk Scarf item to boost our normal type moves by 10%. After Chi-Chi decimates everyone in the gym with the same type attack bonus or stab wing attack, we are ready to face Brawly. Machop comes out and gets taken down with a couple wing attacks after only using a bulk up. Makuhita is next and he suffers the same fate, and just like that, the Knuckle Badge is acquired. In Duford Cave, Steven gives us the Steel Wing TM, which we don't even need at this point. Thanks for nothing, Steven. We head back to Devoncorp for the EXP share, which I don't think we will use either. In Slateport City, we get the Soft Stand item to boost ground type move. We pick up the Soothe Bell item to foster more friendship, and in the museum, the same Team Aqua guy gives us the Teeth TM. After a couple levels, our Bulma evolves into an angry Vigoroth, and our Whismer evolves into a big mouth Loudred. Our Goku evolves into a less than average Linoon. Right before Marvel City, May challenges us to a Pokémon battle, but we already know how this will go. She leads with Wailmer and I lead with Chi-Chi. We get a crit on our first wing attack and it survives on 1 HP, so another one takes it out. Next comes Number, but we keep using wing attacks here and it goes down easy. Next comes Grovyle, but it falls to wing attacks just as well. As a result of battle, our Chi-Chi evolves into a super fast Swallow, making our team a little bit better. We pick up the Rock Smash HM and Wally challenges us to a battle, but... I had to return to Slateport City because I forgot to get the harbor mail for the coin case. And then we start grinding like crazy to get some TMs, flamethrower included, which we need for our next gym battle. Now, I don't know how some of you guys are actually good at this, but you can see me struggle over and over just to get a win here. So after wasting 15 hours gambling, we are ready to face Watson. He leads with Magnemite, but Gohan with Flamethrower was an easy win. Voltorb comes in as I swap out to Videl, but he does a self-destruct and we survive on 3 HP as he sends in his ace, Magneton. I send in Bulma, but a Shockwave leaves us with 4 HP. What the f is happening? Goku comes in and lands a couple rock smashes, but ends up being paralyzed twice. At 13 HP, I need to swap out here, so Gohan goes in and after a couple flamethrowers gets the win. Man, that was electrifying. In Rust Turf Tunnel, we get the Strentation that sets up our next location for Labra Town. We stop by to see Wally, but he's mad for some reason. At the Windstraight house, we battle everyone so we could get a crucial item, the Macho Brace that doubles EVs gained in battle. But Gohan is a monster here as he just wipes through the entire family like a beast. Grandma thought she could do something. On Route 113, we find our next encounter, a Spinda that we catch and nickname Pan. In Meteor Falls, Team Aqua and Team Magma are starting to piss me off, so I head to Mount Chimney to show them who's boss. One meaningless battle later, we get the meteorite so we can pick up the return TM. At Laveridge Town, this guy basically says that he doesn't know how to use HMs. What a loser. The hot spring lady says She likes the hot water because it helps with romantic problems. TMI, Grandma. After reaching the level cap, we head to challenge Flannery. She leads with Slugma, and the Copperhead Bots leaves Goku with 40 HP after overheat. After taking out the second Slugma, here comes her ace, a bulky Torkoal. I send in Bulma and she misses an overheat, but we get to use Yawn, as another one takes us to 14 HP before a slack off. After seeing it fall asleep with a couple more slack offs while barely getting any damage in. I send in Gohan and I get hit with a track, which is annoying, so we have to swap out after Supersonic. Chi-Chi comes in and after a couple wing attacks it reaches potion range, which means we can't risk a crit here, so we send in Gohan and a body slam crits us to 2 fucking HP. We swap out Pan, but she gets paralyzed as well, so we swap to Bulma. At 57 HP I use Yawn, but for some reason it used Flail twice, so a couple Thunderbolts take her down. Ha! This heat will be your downfall. We head over to Pillarberg Gym to beat Dad for our next badge. He leads with Slacking and Videl lands on the track, but not before Yawn. But our Toxic missed before falling asleep. None of us could attack at this point, but I chose to wait out the sleep as he hits us with another Yawn. While waiting out Toxic, I can keep sleeping while Slacking's Straunt ability plus Infatuation makes it impossible to attack here. Flashes came in clutch as it kept missing his moves. After a couple more turns, Toxic takes it out. Level 31 Slacking is next and I go for the same strat. Attract, Toxic and Flash was an amazing combo here. After a couple potions, we send in Chi-Chi to take it out with a couple wing attacks. Nice. Vigoroth is his last Pokemon and I didn't want to get a high crit ratio stab slash, but Gohan drops to 2 HP after Facade. But Bulma pitched in with the KO. Remind me not to let Vigoroth evolve. 5th badge acquired. Wally's dad shows us that he likes us a lot more than he likes Wally and gives us the Surf HM. Which means we can go turn off the generator for Watson, which gives us another Thunderbolt TM. Steven says, do you raise different types or do you raise only Pokemon of a certain type? It's a normal type Nuzlocke, Steven. At the Weather Institute we show Shelly that she's just a loudmouth and she leads with Carvanha and Pan lands a Dizzy Punch for a one-hit KO. Awesome. Now my Ina's Intimidate reduced my attack and then Swagger balanced it out and I switched to avoid confusion before I forgot about the own temple ability because I'm retarded. But Goku ends it with a couple headbutts. We had to make space for our next normal type, which is Cast Form, but we might not use it. May challenges us before 4-3 City and this time we can't outrun her, so let's get it over with. She sends out Namo and Pan Dizzy Punches her way to victory at 66 HP. Wilmer is next and a couple more do the job. Grovyle comes in, and I wanted to show her that my starter Pokemon is better, so Goku survives on 73 HP after taking it out. Nice try, May. After getting Fly, Steven helps us with our next encounter, a Kecleon. And this thing almost took out Gohan with a feint attack at 4 HP. So we send in Goku to secure the catch. Our Great Ball works as we nickname it Piccolo because he's green. Up next is Winona, and this should be interesting. She leads with Swallow and I lead with Bulma and proceed to take it out with a couple Thunderbolts. Pelipper is next, and I should have used Slack Off instead of attacking because she always uses Protect first. We know the damage Thunderbolt does here, so one hit takes her out. Up next is Skarmory, and after a couple turns it goes down with Thunderbolts. Comes in her ace, a mighty Altaria, so we swap to Videl as he goes for Dragon Dance. The second Ice Beam freezes it when we had 4 HP, so I swap in Chi-Chi. After a potion or wing attack hits but it stays frozen. Another one hits and it stays frozen, so this was an easy KO. Yo, that was crazy. Nice try, Winona. We head to the Safari Zone hoping for a good encounter, but it's just a Doduo, which we don't need because we already have a flying type. I catch it and name it Whis because it can fly like Whis. At Mount Pierre, this old dude is trying to tell me a story, but my answer is no. That's right, it's May, blocking the way again. She sends in Swallow and Ellie with Bulma, but after missing Thunderbolt, she leaves us with 2 HP after wing attack, so we have to swap out here. I send in Goku to one-shot Nama with Surf. Whalem is next, and a couple headbutts do the job. After surviving 2 of Grover's Leaf Blade, we take it out with headbutt. Close, but not close enough, I say. Until next time, man. A couple more levels and I decide to let Bulma evolve into a beastly Slacking. We head to the secret route 115 for a new encounter, a Jigglypuff that we catch and nickname Caulifla. But maybe I should have went with Majin Buu because, you know, it's pink. After clearing the Team Aqua hideout and getting more levels, Gohan evolves into a monstrous explode that adds more power to our team. I wanted to use Hyper Beam in future battles, but I had other plans. We head to Moss Deep City for our next gym badge. In comes the tag team Solrock and Lunatone, and I lead with Goku and Chi-Chi. I know a sunny day is coming, but Steel Wing and Surf was my plan here. After a couple Steel Wings, Lunatone falls before reaching potion range. A couple more Surfs and Steel Wings leave Goku at below half before the KO. That was a quick one, honestly. In Team Aqua Hideout, we get the Earthquake TM, which we will definitely need. Now, I was just curious to see what was up ahead, and I saw the super powerful Pokémon Kyogre and decided to say hi, but Archie said no. After seeing their plans fall apart, Team Aqua and Team Magma flees, which leaves us with the task of finding and catching Kyogre. Goku tried a headbutt here, but was almost taken out with an ice beam, so I just throw my Master Ball. We won't use it, but I just wanted to catch it. Up next is the Suitopolis gym leader Wallace, and this is gonna be a tough one. He leads with Love Disc, and I let Chi-Chi take to the skies with Fly as we avoid a sweet kiss. Fly does below half, but we get confused and tank a Water Pulse. After missing Fly and taking damage, our berry brings us to 65 HP as we break through with another Fly. Up next is Celio, and I can't take an Aurora Beam, so I swap to Gohan, but it gets a crit to 68 HP before landing a Brick Break. I knew we could tank another one here, so I stay in and land another for the KO. Wishcash comes in and I swap to Bulma to tank a Water Pulse. Earthquake does about half as it goes for Amnesia, which is pointless here. Or so I thought, as it survives on negative HP and gets a potion. Ah, come on. After Rain Dance boosted Water Pulse, we abuse Slack Off and tank Earthquakes until we get the KO with Slash. Up next is a Swift Swim ability Seeking that outspeed to land a rain boosted same type attack bonus or stab 60 power Water Pulse, but it only tickles, but Thunderbolt leaves it at below half. It goes for Rain Dance on our Chorn turn, so after exchanging Slack Off with critical hit Water Pulse, Rain dance, truant, slack off, water pulse was a repetition here before swapping out to avoid confusion. Goku tanks a couple water pulses and lands an unavoidable thunder for the KO. Here comes his ace, Milotic, and we can't risk a crit here, so I let Bulma tank an ice beam before Thunderbolt does above half. We can't be confused and low on turn turn, so we switch in Videl as it goes for recover. The plan here was toxic and attract, but we could only do the former, and at our berry, a water pulse takes Videl's HP to 0. Rest in peace, Videl. It was a good run. Pan comes in and gets taken to half before her berry. I have to switch out here, but after not getting the confusion, I was having a hard time choosing who can tank an ice beam. After thinking on it for a bit, I send in Bulma as she gets to 36 HP before a slack off. She gets off another water pulse before Toxic drains her remaining HP. GG. This was a good one, Wallace. Well done. Before the Elite Four, I evolved Caulifla to Wigglytuff to add some more bulk to our team, then proceed to preparing our Pokémon. Here's one last look before the Pokémon League. After a bit of training, we tried to complete our run by challenging the Pokémon League. First in line is Sydney, and he leads with Maina, but not to worry here, as Gohan with Brick Break and Flamethrower gets the KO. Cacturns next, and a couple of Flamethrowers is an easy KO. Next up is one of my favorite Pokemon, Sharpedo, but Bulma decimates it with a single Thunderbolt. Here comes his ace, Absol, and after a Swords Dance and Slash, Bulma can take it out with Earthquake. Shifter comes in with a fake out as usual and then starts spamming double team as our Slash does below half. We swap in our newest addition to the team, Caulifla, to finish the job with Ice Beam. Sydney, do better. Up next is Phoebe, and she's our worst nightmare as she leaves with a confused Ray on Bulma, but we had no berry attached. I make sure Gohan and Chi-Chi get swapped in with Pan to stall for our PPs as we take it out with feint attacks. In comes Bayonet, and the feint attack does above half as we take a future sight. I swap into Goku for Shadow Ball, but I get burned, so Gohan returns the favor. Between Gohan and Chi-Chi, we can just outpower Sableye for a quick KO. In comes our worst nightmare, her ace Dusclops, and we swap to Caulifla to tank an Ice Beam. Earthquake is next, but we tank one with Bulma before chipping away with Thunderbolt. To avoid confusion, I sent in Chi-Chi, but I was to swap out and not attack, but I did the latter, and an Ice Beam takes my HP to 0. Oh Chi-Chi, please forgive me. Goku is still burned, so we go for a Shadow Ball before switching to Bulma to stall with Slack-Offs. A couple turns of Quake and healing, we eventually get the KO. In comes another Bayonet that uses Psychic, so we try to heal up before taking a couple hits that made it so hard to stay at full HP. After reaching 37 HP, I decide to switch in someone else and I choose Gohan for a flamethrower, and then Goku finishes the job. Nice try, Phoebe. Next up is the Ice Cold Trainer, Glacia. She leads with Hail on Glalie as Caulifla sets up a light screen. I start using Rollout here because I know it's going to take 4 more turns to reach maximum damage. After 2 more Ice Beams, our third Rollout takes it out. Nice. In comes Celio, and the 4th rollout is enough to one-shot. Level 52 Celio is next, and it gets slammed with a 1-hit KO. Man, Caulifla is a beast. Glalie comes in and I have to swap here, so Gohan does the deed with a single flamethrower. Now that's what I'm talking about. In comes her ace, a monstrous Walrein, and it was a tank versus tank battle here, so I switched in Bulma to take a body slam, but for some reason after taking a Thunderbolt and getting paralyzed, Walrein outspeeds us to land a one-hit KO sheer cold. Oh my gosh, taking Bulma out. Man, me. Bye bye Bulma. See you in Dragon Ball Super. Goku comes in and after a couple thunders, we take that monster down. Oh boy, 4 Pokemon remaining. Up next is the Master of Dragons, Drake, the last Elite Four member. He leads with Shelgon, but after Rock Tomb and Dragon Claw leaves us at half HP, we take it out with Ice Beam. In comes a beautiful Altaria, but it goes down immediately after just using Dragon Dances. Flygon comes in using Sandstorm, so that boosting defense might be a problem. Ice Beam leaves it in potion range, so another one takes it out. The next Flygon comes in and I have to swap out here, so I send in Gohan, and after being paralyzed with Dragon Breath we outspeed to land the Blizzard. KO. Next comes his ace and my most favorite Pokemon, Salamence, with the Sandstorm still in effect. After using Fly we survive on 13 HP, so a Blizzard takes it out. Oh man, that was close. We almost ended up with 3 Pokemon. With some more preparation, we head for the battle we've been dreading, the Pokemon champion Steven, who will decide our fate. He leads with Skarmory, and before using Spike, Goku lands a Thunder, leaving it in potion range. Thunder strikes again, leaving it paralyzed, so another one takes it out. In comes Armaldo, but he's slapped with an Iron Tail for below half HP before it gets an Omni Boost with Ancient Power. Iron Tail for the win. Now Claydol sets up a reflect, so 2 Shadow Balls leave it in potion range, so after healing we slam it for a KO with Surf. Aggron forces us to switch, so Gohan lands right into spikes and tanks an earthquake. 4 times effective Brick Break is all we had, but 1 wasn't enough, so we take it out with another after our berry. Crawdaddy comes in and Blizzard leaves it with 10 HP before Giga Drain. And after 2 full restores, it took all our Blizzard PP to take this thing down. In comes his ace Metagross, and we know a meteor match would destroy us here, but we risk it and go for overheat as it completely removes all his HP. Holy f***, what was that? We did it, guys. We beat a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sapphire using only normal type Pokemon. I gotta say, this was a lot of fun despite being so challenging. And with just 3 deaths, I think we did okay for my first Nuzlocke run. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please share your thoughts and let me know what Nuzlocke run you think I should do next. Until next time, stay tuned for some more videos.
Now I figured it out. The reason for the runaway growth in your power level compared to my own. It's anger, isn't it? Watching us hurt your son made you angry, which made you strong.